Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it. So stuck, man. Yeah. To the gang, man.
They know me in DC, they know me in VA. You know I got shot out the DMV. Zaza Genetics, New Jersey.
Ah, shit. There we go. Yo. Shout out to y'all. QCE The Podcast, episode 15. Thanks for joining. I'm running a few minutes late today. Get this all together for you. How's everybody week so far? What y'all been on? John Lindsay, Observer, Thomas Ray, shout out to y'all. Thanks for joining. This is QCE The Podcast, episode 15. Good to be back in the studio with y'all. How's everybody's week going so far? What's everybody smoking on? Let me see in the chat what everybody's smoking on. Smoking on some Z-Runts currently. Let's see how to get the way up. There we go. That's better. Much better. So let's jump into some news, man. Smoking on the kitchen sink. That's crazy. So there's a dispensary in Michigan with a statue of Bigfoot, and it's creating controversy, with critics saying it appeals to kids. You guys heard anything about this? They got a 14-foot Sasquatch statue outside of the cannabis store, and they say it's sending a wrong message to children. Yo, what up, before? Shout out to you. Thanks for joining. So last month there was a alleged sighting of Bigfoot in Michigan, and it sparked some creativity within the marijuana community when earlier this month the dispensary, Unique Cannabis, started offering a free pre-roll to anyone who brought in photographic proof of the mythological creature. Now, a Sasquatch statue outside of a separate retailer, Higher Love, is the center of controversy. The exhibit became a talking point at the City Planning Commission meeting this month, where certain community members argued that the Bigfoot statue could attract attention of the youth, with one of the residents advising the panel to think about the mascots they see in the community and how they are impacting the community. What do y'all think about that? Sasquatch ain't for kids. I mean, I think I would agree with that. I think I would agree with that, Observer, for sure. I don't think that it's really sending any kind of message to kids. Personally, I mean, I don't know though. They kind of when they mentioned that mascots, like think of like in the NBA or something, right? Kids are attracted to the mascots. So I mean, maybe it's a stretch, but I guess you could kind of say that it could potentially be viewed that way. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, it's a mythical beast for sure. I agree with you, Observer. You're normally pretty spot on with your opinions, man. They, I mean, people will find anything to complain about these days. That's what it see like. What up, P? Shout out to you for joining. My sister, everybody W's in the chat for P, man. Let's see. So, the executive director of Healthy Youth Coalition also sent a letter to the commission that some students have expressed concerns about how these efforts may be normalizing use or influencing younger people to use. Joni Moore, president of Higher Love, shared a different perspective. And she said, I quote, I would be in opposition to that, she told the Eagle Herald. This is not a cartoon character. Our Sasquatch that's in front of the store is a little bit scary. So I don't see how that's targeting children at all. Everyone loves Sasquatch, she said, and people in especially forest areas seem to identify with Sasquatch. He is an adventurous character, and it's really just Higher Love trying to have some fun. Every time I go to a public meeting, there's always a hater in the audience who doesn't like cannabis. That's fine. People are entitled to their opinion. It just brings a little whimsy to a community, and I think it's all positive. I don't see any problem at all. So you guys agree with her, or do you think the community is right in saying that that could be marketing kids? I guess that's the question for that. Let's see, give y'all a second to catch up, make sure y'all are live. So we have in other news, sports fans welcome cannabis brand sponsorships for teams in professional leagues like the NFL, NBA, MLB. Is what polls are showing. How do you guys feel about cannabis brand sponsoring any anybody in the NFL, the MLB, the NHL, any of the major league sports? You think it's a good move for the cannabis industry? Is it okay for the sports? Or is that just going to set us up for another conversation where people are saying they're targeting kids because kids watch sports? But then they advertise beer all over the place during the same events. I agree. It would open doors by taking sponsorships. Carry needs to keep the mouth shut. Yeah, absolutely. So a majority of sports fans across multiple leagues, from NFL to pro tennis and NBA to NASCAR, say it's acceptable for cannabis companies to sponsor teams, according to a new survey. So as more professional sports leagues loosen policies around marijuana use among players, and some have allowed for cannabis-related sponsorships, the poll from Performance Research and Full Circle Research found either majority or plurality support for letting cannabis brands partner with teams. There's more support for allowing CBD related sponsorships as opposed to deals with THC brands, but in no case was there a majority opposition to either kind of partnership among fans of 9 different sports leagues, including NFL, NBA, MLB, Major League Soccer, UFC, NHL, pro tennis, pro golf, and NASCAR. Kind of interesting, right, guys? I mean, you're right. Alcohol alcohol is definitely promoted at all of these events we just said. So what's to say there's a difference? What's to say there's a difference for weed? I mean, there's a big stigma around weed smokers that is obviously been the narrative for a long time now. So, like, it's kind of interesting to think about it being on a level playing field with alcohol and people not having that same old-fashioned opinion. I mean, we probably have years before that's like full on the case, but at the end of the day, you hear less people killing people off of weed than you do off of alcohol, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah. You drive real slow when you're high.
Yeah, you drive real slow when you're high. But, you know, it is what it is. What do y'all think, though? So the doors kicked open just like alcohol was allowed. Cannabis isn't performance enhancing. I know I've tried working out after bowl, and it's not good. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's no fun. You get stoned, you don't want to do too much working out. So the percentages per category. So for soccer, you had a 73% vote in favor for. For the UFC, it was a 68% in favor for. Pro tennis, 64. Hockey and golf both came in at 62%. The NBA at 60%. NASCAR at 56%. The NFL at 55%, and the MLB at 55%. So they're all in favor. I didn't figure it would be that order there, but I mean, I guess NASCAR being so low on the list is because one of their major sponsors is alcohol. So it kind of makes sense, I guess. I'm not sure why that is though. And those were the CBD numbers, by the way. And now you got the ones for THC companies to sponsor teams. And again, it was pretty similar order here. Well, no, actually, this one's way different. MLS still came in first place at 69%. The UFC had 60%. NFL was in favor 55%. Pro tennis at 53%. NASCAR at 53%. NBA at 50%. Pro golf, 49%. NFL and MLB bringing up their rears at 46%. What do you guys think about this, man? Yo, shout out to you, Grant, man. Thanks for the super chat. As always, pleasure to have you here watching. Shout out to our first fan in New Zealand. Grant's been with us since the beginning. I really appreciate you coming every week and rocking out with us.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Oh, we got to go there, bro.
Yeah, we got to go to New Zealand.
Watch some rugby.
Hey, all good, Panero, man. Just glad to have you here, man. Be safe. If you're driving around, dropping them scooters off, I wouldn't want you in the chat anyways, brother. So just be safe dropping them scooters off and, you know, cool. Tune in with us. Where we at? What up, Red Paint? Green. What's that? Green Mountain Green Thumbs. Shout out to you for joining. Frost King. Thanks for joining. Big shout out to Team Zaza in the building, holding it down in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Let's keep it moving in the news here. So, Florida congressional lawmakers decline to endorse marijuana legalization initiative despite Trump's support. 2 more congressional Republicans representing Florida have weighed in on the state's marijuana legalization initiative that will be on the November ballot, with one predicting it will fail and another saying he remains undecided on the measure even after former President Donald Trump came out in support. Why does it say former? This must be, this is an old article. Oops, my bad, guys. We ain't doing that. So this one is a more recent article. My bad, guys. How did alcohol sales change after Canada legalized marijuana? Let's see. Consider the immediate sales drop at alcohol-only stores. This could suggest some consumers switch from alcohol to cannabis right after legalization. Before Canada legalized recreational cannabis in October of 2018, it was unclear how the change might affect beverage alcohol consumption. Would consumers drink less or more after cannabis became legal? What do you guys think? Did they start drinking more or less? Yeah, if the alcohol industry gets into the weed game, expect watered down booth. Yeah, that's great.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, bro. How
Yo,
you
what's good, gang?
chilling, man? Was just working through some news. Working through some news over here.
I heard you holding it down. I wasn't far. Yeah, I was actually in the same spot. You know?
Right?
So I just dropped the YouTube video. I was
Hell yeah.
I had to finish editing it, so I literally just uploaded it and jumped over here. I should have did that video a lot earlier, but I was like, we'll see.
Hey,
Time. How was your week, man? You had an eventful week. We missed you last weekend.
yeah, man. It's just been busy with work, man. You know,
Yeah, just work. That's all.
that's it. That's it. That's
we missed you, dude. Yo,
Yeah.
Red, what up? Green Mountain, what up? Red Point, John Lindsay, Observer. New Zealand in the building.
Yeah, we got a nice little crew with us this Saturday evening.
Yeah, y'all know, share the live, man. Let's get our normal 50 in here, man. We got to get the rest of the gang in here, man. They probably thought we was going to make it tonight. Frost King, what up? Panero, Red Point, Red Paint, sorry. Grant, what up, Grant? Much love. Thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, Grant's always mobbing out in New Zealand for us, man. It's always nice to see him over here.
I don't know if Grant spoke to anybody out there, but we actually got some new, and I felt so bad. Quick story time, real quick. I felt so bad because, and this is good information, Grant, that I found out. So it was another guy from New Zealand who had bought a pack, and I didn't think much of it because he just bought a pack. Now remember, last time Grant bought the pack, it was shirt, it was all of this stuff, and it was whatever. So this guy bought the pack. It was just a pack or whatever. New Zealand. I go through, he pays for it. The website charges him like $20 for shipping. So I don't think nothing of it. And I go on the site and it's like 60 something bucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I tell the dude, like, yo, my bad, bro. You're gonna have to pay the other 40 or I have to cancel it. And he's like, all right, no problem. I'll pay the other 40. So, the next day, I spoke to Grant, and I'm thinking about it because he had made another set. So I'm like, damn, Grant, I'm gonna put a shirt in your what's the face. So when I did it and put it in, I realized that the bigger the package only charges 20 something. So it's like $25 when it's a bigger package, 9x8. So when you do 9x8, it's 20 something. when I try to do the small one, it's 60 something.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it makes no sense. So when I realized it, I'm like, damn, I charged bro $60 something shipping, and I only had to charge him 20 something if I would have known to make it a bigger. So I just threw him a free shirt in there. Shout out to him though. He's from New Zealand as well. I wondered if maybe he came through Grant. But shout out to him, man. We're gonna throw him another pack in there as well, man, because I felt so bad that I charged them more, thinking that I had to, but then I realized that we didn't have to. But that's good information moving forward. International, when we set our packages, set them for 9 and 8, man, or 9 and 9, 9 and 8 inches versus 4 and 4 inches, because it costs a ton of money. I don't know why.
Yeah, that don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. Strain keeper, same thing with Australia, 9 and 8. That's how I got the $25 shipping charge, and it goes through fine, goes through quick. I'm like, what the hell? They charge more for something smaller. I guess. Tula, what up? Less cost than exactly. Panero finally got his package. We shipped you out too, right? I swear, I'm looking at Panero's package and I'm like, damn, that looks like I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, that's kind of chunky. But then no, because I thought I put BTFs in your package. Your package should be on the way. I just don't remember what it is in it. When I seen his, I was like, that looks like it should have been 703s. But I don't know. We'll see. If you're missing something.
Mystery box. Mystery box.
Well, I don't know. I can't even say what it'll definitely be. But we'll make sure. It got to be the right shit, because I wouldn't have sent it. Let's track it. I want to track it. Are we, where we at on the news? What's going on with this?
So I was just going over how the alcohol industry was affected, more or less, or if they were affected, more or less, in Canada after legalization. And it's saying that the liquor only stores did see a decrease in customers, suggesting that some consumers switched from alcohol to cannabis when it became legal. So that's where we were.
Hold on. Panero, you said be here Wednesday. I thought you got it already. No? I was looking at your story, and wasn't that your story, or was there somebody else? See, y'all be confusing me. When I saw you, yeah, you got your shit. So where'd you get the pictures from? Oh, that was Goldbeard's? I'm so confused. Where'd you get this picture from? Where'd this come from?
He did a repost of Goldbeard's.
Is that Goldbeard?
Yeah. But he put Blackbeard.
Oh, no wonder it looked. Oh, no wonder it was looking like yours. I'm like, man, that looks kind of chunky. Like 703's package. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
How's your week, though, Ben, man? I know you just finished up a YouTube video. Just dropped that for the community.
I've been doing my own shit in the background. I kind of been detached from everything, like the world and shit like that, but that's cool. I'm going through a transition where I'm just preparing for new. We got Breeder University, we got all this shit. So I kind of been in the background. I created myself a schedule, and I've taken on a new project in the background. I ain't gonna lie, man. And it's kind of been having me just in the background. But bioactive tank setups, man. I'm addicted, man. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
So, a bioactive tank, similar to what we do, but soil, a particular soil. So, remember when we was messing around with mushrooms in mycology, we learned about CBG,
Yeah.
core, vermiculite, and Jimson. So in this case, it's it's a different mixture, right? Soil based mixture, no nutrients, raw, and we're gonna have plants in there, and you're gonna have a bioactive environment based on the litter that's on the ground, the decaying leaves, and you're gonna get particular leaves, you're gonna get particular woods and tannins being released. But ultimately, you gotta have a cleanup, and your cleanup crew is your your little roly-polies, isopods, the little things you touch that you roll up in a ball. You got those, and then you got springtails. Springtails, I don't know, some of y'all might be familiar. Something that if you've seen in your plant area, you probably be, oh no, spray the whole thing and go crazy, and oh no, I got mites, I got all this. But nah, springtails are very beneficial when it comes to a bioactive environment. So I've been learning about that. And yeah, man, we're gonna get into breeding particular frogs, man. Some rare frogs that may be
How are you gonna go over there?
not necessarily endangered, but
How are you gonna get over this fence?
definitely use some reproductive and
Go on the
preservation.
deck and over.
So that's what we've been focusing on. A couple breeds of Pac-Man frog I'm looking at, and possibly some rare dart frogs. We might get into some new morphs and shit like that. So
where you just ended up going down the rabbit hole one day and then found yourself on a journey of knowledge.
yeah, just my breeding, just you can pick it up. It's like a briefcase. You can pick it up and just walk. The skills come with me, so I just walked to somewhere else. So we going into the community of bioactive setups and frog breeding and shit like that.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like what I learned so far when it comes to. I mean, it's similar to like any other reptile breeding, morphs and colors and real heavy based on aesthetics and look. So it's simple, but the bioactive tank setup is really what adds the whole element to it. So
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. I'm excited to hear more about it in the background. That sounds like some pretty uh interesting hands-on stuff, especially when you start talking about like morphology and different colors and patterns. I mean, also you're dealing with like a legit life at that point too, so there comes a lot more responsibility, but it's pretty cool.
Well, that's
Sure.
the thing. In a bioactive tank setup, you don't even really got to do no cleaning. You don't got to go in there and clean up shit and all of that. Like the isopods, the springtails, this whole ecosystem that's cleaning everything and kind of it's almost like a self-sufficient.
It's like
how you would think
self-contained
of
perpetual
living soil.
growth.
Yeah,
right?
like a living soil, but creating an environment for a particular species of whatever, amphibian or reptile,
Should
but
turn
it's
that
living
down.
soil sort of environment with all of the live plants and whatever else you got going on. Terranium shit.
Yeah. That's something different too. I haven't really seen anybody doing that. So like it's like a new wave. It could be real interesting to like document and people probably be into that. I know I would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm gonna do the whole YouTube series, so it's gonna be more content. We're gonna take AC Infinity, we're gonna put it to, give a different use for AC Infinity humidifier. I'm gonna have it basically as a mister, as a fogger for the bioactive setup.
Now, is your goal to grow mushrooms in this setup, or
Nah,
what do you're just doing the frogs?
we'll be breeding frogs as well as just creating different bioactive setups. So, along with bioactive setups, we made terranium stuff. We made into space of creating our own soil, embedding mixtures for reptiles and amphibians. Based on the knowledge that we got from the plant world, and it really applies heavy when we think in terms of terranium type shit. Biochar, Yeah, for sure. Biochar.
Biochar. We learned about that a while back, man. That's some crazy stuff.
I'll be using biochar as a drainage level in the setup I'm building now. So it'll be biochar at the bottom, and then bedding, and then plants and live moss, all of that shit. And a 20-gallon tank set up. That's what we're gonna do. Put a Pac-Man frog in there, raise it to an adult, find the right female, do the research. So that gives you tons of time to do research on a pair, right? When you know that you got a baby and you know the baby's bloodline, you know the baby's genetics, you got a couple years to find the right match based on research. And by the time he's an adult, give us time to find the right female, adult most likely, and then we'll do our first breeding. How do you get nitrogen out of the biochar for the final stages of flower? I don't know. I don't know if biochar serves as a method of releasing nitrogen. I don't know that to be. I don't know. That's a good question. Let's look that up. Because if I don't know, we can find the answer.
Yeah, if we don't know, we gonna look and we gonna figure it out. We do some research.
We'll figure it out together. That's why it's always a learning environment. Let's see. Let's see. Biochar serves cannabis in several powerful ways by improving soil health, nutrient efficiency, and microbial life. So let's look at soil structure and aeration. We know I just mentioned using it as a drainage level. Dad, thank you for being a member, Dad. I love you, man. That's my brother in real life.
Shout out to that.
Thank you for subscribing as a member. Always supporting his team. He's actually one of the leaders of Team Zaza. So he's just leading by example and supporting the team, man. Always appreciate it. Always stepping out on the front line and being a leader of example, man. So we love that, man. Why are you trying to get nitrogen out of biochar? I don't know. I'm just trying. See me. I don't never want to. When I don't know something 100%, I be wanting to. Like at first, I wanted to be like, "Oh, you can't do that," but then I don't know for sure. So something always stops me in my head and be like, "Don't say that," because you got to learn first. It may be something that I don't know, right? I don't know the ins and outs, the biochar, but I know a lot about it, and that was just one aspect I wasn't aware of. So I'm kind of with you. Hi, I'm Yo. I'm kind of with you on that. Like, where you get that from? But at the same time, we're gonna look at it together. So nitrogen retention. I mean nutrient retention. So let's see. Hold on. He might be onto something. Let's see. Where my boy at? What's his name?
Hi, Mayo. Is that what it is?
Nah, my boy who asked the question originally. That was
Oh, that was Thomas, right?
Thomas. All right, cool. All right, Thomas, hold on. I think you might be onto something. Hold on. So nutrient retention. It holds on to nutrients like nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. It holds on to NPK. So first of all, W's in the chat for Thomas.
Yeah.
W's in the chat, Thomas. Good shit. Because you just taught me something. I wasn't aware that it held on. I know it was a porous. I didn't know it held on to.
It's beneficial in all four. It's beneficial in all four stages too.
Good job, Thomas. So let's break it down. When it comes to nutrient retention, it holds on to nutrients like nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, preventing leaching and making them more available to cannabis over time. We know it boosts microbial. Biochar acts as a habitat for beneficial microbes and fungi with all the pores and stuff like that, creating a living soil system that breaks down organic matter and cycle nutrients efficiently. Also works as a pH buffer, helps to stabilize pH levels in the root zone, reducing stress and helping plants uptake nutrients more consistently. That's why you normally hear the term horticulture charcoal or horticulture coal. Just when you're looking for the right one, think about horticulture and looking it up that way. And it increases yield and terpenes, healthier roots, and better nutrient uptake, often lead to big yields and stronger terpene expression. A huge plus for breeders and craft growers. So let's look at it a little bit deeper and focus more on the question that Thomas was asking. How does it release nitrogen back into because that was Thomas's original question.
What I'm reading, it says it serves as a long-term soil amendment, improving soil properties and nutrient availability through the entire growth cycle of cannabis.
Yeah, it doesn't act like it doesn't contain nitrogen. Actually contain it itself, but it acts like a sponge that absorbs and holds the nitrogen and other nutrients as well from organic matter, compost, and fertilizers, and it slowly releases it back to the plant over time. So, Biochar's nitrogen cycling process consists of the first stage, which is charging and loading phase. When you mix biochar with compost, worm castings, organic nutrients, it absorbs and holds ammonium and nitrate, which are plant available forms of nitrogen. The second phase is the root uptake phase. As cannabis roots grow and microbes break down organic matter, nitrogen diffuses out of the biochar's pores and becomes available in the surrounding soil, right in the root zone where the plant can absorb it the fastest. And then the third stage is microbial mediation. The pore structure of biochar supports nitrifying bacteria and fungi that help convert nitrogen into plant-ready forms and release it as needed, like almost like a time release system. So that is freaking fascinating, man. Much love, Thomas. Good question. And you got a good answer once we did our research. So in short, biochar doesn't make nitrogen, it stores it and feeds it back to the plant when conditions are correct, reducing leaching and keeping nutrients available for a longer amount of time. Good job, man. Awesome. That was good shit, man. Good shit.
Yeah, I remember when we were looking into biochar a couple months ago, bro. It had a bunch of different benefits, but I think
just had to buy some.
Yeah, we never tried it, but we did look into it a couple months ago. I remember that.
I literally just had to buy some because it's funny, the breed of frog, the species of frog that I'm looking to breed, it digs, goes under. So you got to build the tank with a certain feet or inches of, not feet, certain inches of bedding. And then if you're going to create a drainage layer, it got to be certain inches too. So it ended up to be like 8 inches almost of depth in a tank that's only 12 inches high. So I had to skip out and remove the drainage layer, which was volcanic rock, and replace it with biochar, a thin layer of biochar. So it's much more risky as far as maintaining moisture and making sure that moisture don't leak to the bottom too much, but biochar will help. It just won't be as effective as drainage. A whole thick ass layer of rocks where the water will drain to the soil, down into the rocks, and out of the soil at that point, and under the rocks. That's what you want. But even in plants, like it's the same shit. You can set up your cannabis plants like that too, if there's something you was interested in doing. What oh, thank you, Thomas. Much love, man. Look, little do y'all know, y'all inspire me as well. When I'm sitting there, not feeling like doing it, and I got to think about y'all and be like, damn, fuck, who else gonna do it?
That's exactly it, bro. Nobody.
Who else gonna do it, man? Same shit that make you get up and fucking drive tow truck back to back to back with no sleep.
That's it.
It's like, who the fuck else gonna do it? Nobody, literally.
Yeah.
And
Just got to get up and go. And know that by doing every step, you're eventually gonna get where you're trying to go. That's it. It's like faith, bro. That's what it is. You just know that it might not be right now, but it's gonna be one day. You know what I mean?
that's right. Frostkick medical company here in Australia wants to use my strain Cricky RBX.
Crikey. Crikey. Come on, crikey.
Cricky
Those-
RBX.
yeah.
Just runner up best bud in Australia with everyone who smoked and voted for. Awesome, man. Congratulations, Frost King.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work, dude. Tara, I'm sorry. Damn, I'm just chopping y'all names up. I burn all my weed to make ash.
All my wood to make
Look,
ash.
I don't know.
Try-
My vision is all messed up.
Try
today.
so that's how they make biochar, but they do it. I mean, sort of. I remember I was watching the videos. What they do is they like superheat it, and you got to get it really, 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 really hot. But it turns into like it turns the wood into like it's not quite ash. It's almost like charcoal. It turns the wood into like charcoal bricks.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
That's
they were doing it in burn barrels when I seen it. Like them big 50-gallon barrels where they like you see most of the time in like old movies where all the homeless people are surrounding them and they're like burning shit in there to stay warm in the winter. You know what I'm talking about?
no.
You don't know them metal barrels that they be having fires in? And like in all the old gangster movies, that's where they
Oh
would
yeah,
destroy the
like
evidence
a
and
trash
shit.
can, like an old school trash can.
Yeah. They kind of use that to make it, from what I was seeing. I'm sure there's another way, but the way I was
Tell
researching
you this
it,
though, wood ash is not the same as. You got to do your research on the ash that comes off of wood. It's not the same as charcoal because
well, no, it's not the same as charcoal, but it gets like a charcoal consistency, is what I was saying. It turns into like that little wooden brick because the guy I was seeing, he was doing like little, like half-inch thick, like maybe 10, 12-inch sections of like the wood, and he'd put them in stacks, and he filled his barrel like super tight, and he'd superheat the barrel, and then let it cool off, and that's how he was making biochar. But it kind of looks like
I
charcoal.
see that.
when it's done.
I see some shit like that. See, that's the thing. I don't know the process of it, but I know that wood itself. It must be a certain type of wood and all this shit because
I think it's because of the temperature, not because you can't just burn wood and get biochar.
because it's too alkaline. It's too much. It's too alkaline.
Yeah.
It's too high pH. The pH is too high on regular wood. If you use it too much, it'll send your plants pH all the way up past what it need to be.
It says biochar, charcoal-like substance produced from biomass, can be made using a few methods, primarily through pyrolysis in low oxygen environment. Pyrolysis is the word. Which is, if you break it down, pyro is fire. I don't know the second half of that. You're gonna have to jump in on that part. But the process involves heating organic matter in a container with limited oxygen, preventing it from completely combusting and creating a carbon-rich material. Common method includes using a trench drum or even a modified burn pile. So yeah, they're just controlling the amount of oxygen. That's why it's not turning into normal ash. It's like a low oxygen environment, so it doesn't get to completely combust. And that's how it makes a biochar.
Damn, that's pretty deep, man. You could dig a hole, put your wood in it with organics and burn on top of the soil, on top of that. I learned how to apply my French bulldog line breeding to my cannabis plants because of you. Oh man, that's awesome. That's beautiful, man. I like that. That's dope. And you out there winning cups too. I'm telling you. Take your time, be patient, apply what you learn in-house. That's why those clowns, right? All those goofies. It's oh man, you don't even touch your stuff, man. Whole bunch of goofballs, man. They don't know what they talking about. Let me tell you something. My program is so vigorous, dude. You couldn't. Nothing gets out of my house before it won't get to you until it's tested by me. Up, down, bounce. Everything is testing for me. So it's so my testing is so extreme. It's beyond their comprehension. They couldn't even they got so confused. All the goofballs. They're like, oh my God, you don't even test this stuff, man. Oh my God, overload, like pollen checker overload.
Hey, from West Coast to East Coast all the way to Trinidad, that's the baddest bitch in town.
For sure. Pollen chucker overload, man.
Hey,
yeah.
Shout out to my dog Trini too. I see you in the chat. I see you
Much
over
love,
there.
Tony. That's my award winner, man. Champion. My champion cup winner. He put that's the guy that's putting up all the stats. He put up all the stats on the pedigree. He's putting the stats up on the pedigree. We continue to build the lines. We continue to build different branches, and eventually we'll see other cup winners start to come out as well. But yeah, man, make sure that you test everything in-house yourself. It's not realistic. That's what I'm saying. Pollen chuckers and all of these guys who've been around for a long time and just been doing it, making money, they don't understand and grasp the concept that as a breeder, a brand new, especially somebody brand new who's learning all this. Let's take Frost King Genetics, for example. One a cup on his own, is learning all this stuff on his own, right? And is working to become a breeder under his own practice, with inspiration by me and learning through the videos and stuff like that. How could Frost King call 703 and say, yo, I'm going to send you a pack of this. Can you test it for me? Like, how could 703's eyes help
your vision? Yeah, exactly.
How can something that 703 doing in his house help Frost King create his strain or help him drive the strain? No.
Well, and most guys, like, I get the concept of using testers, right? If you really got people that are going to log data for you, you might be able to use that to make some informed decisions, right? But why would you want to give it to them before it was ready?
But that's the thing. It's like, the only thing I'm going to allow you to test is something that I've already, like you said, something that I've already got to a certain level of stability. Like, exactly. You can try it out because it's already fire. Like, I'm not sending you something that's possibly bad. Like, oh, test this out because it might be bad or good. Let me know. That's so elementary. That's not how breeding works. That's not how. Don't let these. That's
like somebody comes to buy a dog from me. I'm like, I don't know. It may or may not have hip dysplasia. Who knows?
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Then I sell you an animal you fall in love with, and it's got all these health problems. But because it's a weed plant, nobody looks at it that seriously. Like, they're just willing to give out weak, watered down genetics and continue to water down the good stuff, the few good things that we might still have left before the pollen chuckers get a hold of it.
Not only that, hands-on experience. How can I be on a learning journey by letting somebody else do my hands-on experience? How can I, if I was to get a job as a whatever, an apprentice doing whatever, bricklaying, how am I learning if I got somebody else doing the work for me while I'm at home playing video games? Yeah, I'm getting away with not having to do the work so I could do something else, but I'm not actually learning. Same way when I was in real estate school. I went to real estate school in New York. I cheated so bad. I passed the class flying colors because I cheated. I had the answer book. But when it was time for me to take the exam, the state exam, I didn't have no information to pass it. So I didn't even try. I didn't even take it because I knew I wasn't going to pass it. So it was kind of like so stupid. It defeated the whole purpose. Like, what was the point? And it's the same concept when we think in terms of doing it ourselves. You got to get your own hands-on experience. You got to learn this shit yourself. And you don't even have the experience or the skills to go give it to somebody else who don't have the experience or skills. What are you making? That makes no. What are you doing? What are we doing here? So don't let these guys, because they've been around, they don't know shit. I'm almost ready to start saying names, but I ain't gonna do it like.
You know what? I would say this: they don't know shit about breeding, but they figured out how to sell their product. That's the only thing they know about doing is making money.
They know how to talk a good game, man.
Yeah.
You watch these guys, man, old dudes coming, watching my videos, studying my shit, not giving me no credit, then trying to duplicate the videos that I make and act like this some shit they already knew. Stop it. Stop it. I'll give you a Breeding University 101 quiz. You couldn't pass it. Guaranteed. You couldn't pass it. You don't know nothing. All you do know is that you started off as a pollen chucker, and that was the way you made money. And now
you've had no choice but to come over here, learn some shit, and try to act like you knew the whole time.
At the end of the day, the consumer wants more. The grower is more educated, and that's what I'm saying. That's the key to it. The grower has to be willing to learn enough breeding information and educate themselves enough about breeding so that you can, because it only takes a little bit of breeding knowledge for you to know more than these popular breeders. They don't know shit. Especially if they don't like the movement.
Hey, and up until now, they had no desire to know shit either. That's the worst part. And the only reason they had a desire now is because the narrative in the community is changing because of people like y'all in the audience. So shout out to y'all, man.
I'm waiting for this flower run to finish, hoping to pop some old Acapulco gold to preserve and work in potential use for crosses. There you go. That's what it's about, having a plan. We don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. That's usually how it goes. You never plan to fail, you just fail to plan. So when you got a good plan, things usually tend to work out. It's always good when a plan works out. Yeah, I just dropped a YouTube video. Oh, it was a good one. Top places to buy landrace strains. My top places to buy landrace strains. Y'all want to go over them, or y'all just want to wait to watch the video? We can kind of go over them now if y'all want.
Hey, we go over them now. Y'all still got to watch the video though.
All right. Y'all gotta agree though. If we go over them now,
gotta watch the video.
My top 4.
Hey, no, as a matter of fact, we're going to give them a teaser. You give them number 1 and number 4, they got to watch the video to get the rest.
Nah, I'll give them number 4. QCE, baby, that's quality, community, and education. We bring quality to the community through education. Y'all gonna watch the video? All right, then. All right, Unbreakable. I need you to comment, like, subscribe. Matter of fact, everybody in here, let me know by typing in QCE was here in the chat. So after you watch the video, you got to watch the whole thing too. Don't be skipping my ads neither. You know we got Now you guys skip. You can skip the ads; they skippable. But yeah, Watch the whole video and then comment QCE was here. Number 4, Underground Seed Collective. Underground Seed Collective, based in France, focuses on preserving rare heirlooms, hash plant strains. Think about Lebanese, Colombian gold, Ubeki lines. They don't do the flashy marketing or big drops. You know, they do shit based on like forums. So you gotta really, you gotta know what's up. You gotta be locked in. The forums though, they mostly sell through forums and resellers like Seed Haven. You can cop some of their stuff. Seed Haven, nah, not here. In the YouTube comments, you got to put QCE was here. All right, cool. Now, they don't collect at the source like others on the list, but they work from old school original stock, and they breed for stability as well. So if you're hunting for rare, stable landrace expressions, they are underrated. Solid preservation mindset, but availability is the biggest downside. So keep your ear to the forums, keep your ear to the ground, and you'll score something with Underground Seed Collective. So let's pull up their Instagram. Let's pull up their Instagram. And this is some gems too. These some landrace. So if you're looking for some official stuff, rare, hard to find, this list is going to get you there. So right now we're looking at Underground Seed Collective.
That's Stevenson versus
on Instagram.
I
don't think their website is working. Like I said, they do have a website listed in the bio here, but I do not believe, like I said, it's mostly forums and stuff. But you can see Sam the Skunk Man's original T Hayes times skunk number 1, which looks to be a freebie, and Ty Hayes times skunk number 1. Maui, was that Maui? I don't know what that says.
Malawi Gold.
There you go. Cinderella 99.
Not the Cindy, though.
Malawi Gold. All right, and this is our number 4 on the list.
Damn. Did you see that picture? That motherfucker right there. That ain't no normal water bottle either.
This is our number 4 on the list.
Some hash?
Bubble hash.
Yeah, that shit looks crazy.
Damn. Yeesh. Damn.
Wow.
All right, gang, that is Underground Seed Collective coming in at 4 on the list. Number 3, Indian Landrace Exchange. Number 3 on the list. This one's for the serious hunters. These guys work directly with indigenous farmers of Kashmir, Afghanistan, and across the Himalayas. They collect seeds from remote villages where traditional cannabis farming still exists. You're getting wild, untouched landrace genetics, but that also means instability. You got to know this stuff right here is stuff that you got to have some tools in your toolbox. You're working off top with good lineage, but undesirable traits. So you got to know what you're doing. Rest in peace, Skunk Man, for sure. You got to know what you're doing And you got to have some tools in your toolbox in order to work with some of these raw wild types and land races, because they are exactly that. They raw. You're getting wild, untouched genetics. So great for breeding and pheno hunting, but probably not for your first time grower or breeder. They're mission driven and tied to real communities, but there's been some debate online about transparency and how farmers are compensated. So if you are also thinking in terms of like the ethical practices, you may want to look more behind the scenes of some of the operations that they got going on over, if they got motherfuckers in sweatshops and shit, I don't know. But that is what information we got online when it came to Indian Land Race Exchange. In some of the forums, because we don't just have a strong community here. Before Instagram, the forums was really where the community was, and still those forums exist. So if you want real information, especially tied to like old information or old genetics, that's where you want to go. So still within the forum communities, there's been some debate online about transparency and how farmers are compensated. So still, what they're doing is important work, and they brought us genetics that no one else has. So we'll look at them as well. All right. You'll see them on Instagram as IRRAZINIG. So it looks like they do have a new drop that just dropped. And it looks like a collection. Always got beautiful plants and colors.
Oh shit! We got a plant pink there. One of them plants you just flip by. The buds look pink.
Yeah, they really look at them seeds.
Hey yo, that's a weird flex, but that was cool.
Yeah, look at my boy. Here goes some more for you. It's a real, this for all the pollen chuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, man. Coming in at number 3 on the list, man. Yeah, always got beautiful plants rocking. Really outside, really in the fields. Now, I could tell off top, this is poppy. This is poppy right here. This is poppy fields. So, Manipur is one of the 7 northeastern states of India and shares close to 400-kilometer borders with Myanmar, previously known as Burma. Is one of the 3 countries that makes up the Golden Triangle of Opium in the Southeast Asia, along with Thailand and Laos. Today, it's the 2nd largest producer of opium in the world, only behind the mighty Afghan opium, specifically in terms of international trade. And much of that has rubbed off on the small states like Manipur, where opium cultivation has taken hold in the tribal areas and is pushing the ideas of cannabis as a cash crop to the margins because of the extravagant incentives it yields in contrast to the cannabis. Wow. I mean, so this is news right here. Some international news. Basically, they saying like, shit, the opium fields is making more profit than cannabis, and they're starting to be pushed out, starting to push out the cannabis farmers. In 2019, during the tour, we did to get to know about the opium cultivation in Manipur, which runs parallel to cannabis, but only in more remote and scheduled areas. There wasn't a single opium plant anywhere near the cannabis fields. that we had visited in 2019. Be in it eastern Manipur border or the opposite. For the moment, we had stepped in, all we could see was the fields of cannabis running from horizon to horizon in every direction. Fast forward 3 years, and finding a single cannabis plant in the very same fields has become nearly impossible. Everything is replaced with poppy plantations. Wow. These large fields were hubs for the mass-produced dazweed, local term for brickweed, or the lowest quality mass-produced weed, where the target consumer used to be the lower income group population around the West Bengal, Calcutta, and rarely in other northern cities. Because of most of these operations being highly incentive-driven and moment farmers, at the moment, the farmers figured out the adjoining regions of Ukraine had entirely replaced their cannabis with opium. They jumped right into the bandwagon and most probably did the first trial in 2020 by doing a 50-50 cannabis opium crop. After looking at the differences from both crops, the next season, 2021 became the year the paradigm shift took place in this region, and now all you can find is poppy fields.
Hey, that's just like a Schedule 1, man. You only gonna sell weed for so long because the other shit make you more money.
What, poppy seeds are really pretty?
No, I mean poppy seeds make.
No, everybody's saying it's so pretty. It's so pretty. What is that? What do you mean, these things? What are y'all talking about?
They're probably a little back because of the ads. They're probably looking at the weed still. You remember when your ads
Oh, damn.
That's it. He's dead.
Oh my god.
How does that work? Are y'all just like super behind because of the ads?
Yeah, they're a little delayed because of the ads.
So how does that work? Do I have to wait? Like what
Well, not because the delay is like pretty significant. So like half the time when we're asking questions, they're responding to less question. So we just got to kind of remember what we just talked about and step back as the comments come in, I guess.
There you go. Thomas said he's looking at a poppy field. All right. So that is Iranzang. They do have a functional website up. So this is their website. You can click it right in the bio.
Watch this one.
Not running as fast as I like, but I don't know. It's not
that a
seeming
tooth?
to work. What's going on? All right, well, y'all can check it out when y'all want. Check out the website from Indian Landrace Exchange. Try one more time. Maybe they have
lose his teeth.
Oh, there you go. Hey, looks like they got the entire box set, 300, not a bad deal. Comes with a pretty cool book, beautiful book, man. The Hindu Kush Experience, 2024. I'd like to get off of this. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yo, that was a crazy knockout.
The Hindu Kush
What time is your
Experience.
podcast over? It does get
Hindu
over.
Premium Strains, Marf Red, Hindu Kush F5, Swabi F3,
An hour.
Araka Valley Mango,
Hindu
Soy
Kush
Gold
quarters.
Haze, Malana, Eastern
One to the shoe
Manipur,
box. I got $200.
and one book of your choice. Awesome. That's an awesome set, man.
What does that mean? I don't know what this means.
Then I guess if you keep shopping, you hit the shop, and then you can look at a series of landrace
He's the same
strains,
deodorant I do now.
probably that you've seen on Instagram. So
Who's doing that? Who's doing that slideshow?
Oh, on the whose computer is his computer?
They can't hear you?
They can.
number 2, Khalifa Genetics, man. Khalifa Genetics. Second time making our list of recommended strain. So he made our list of recommended breeders. Now he's making our list of places to buy landrace strains.
Hey, and
Huh?
he's one of the breeders I chose to make my project out of. If that says anything to the chat here, I worked with his gear and Wazaz's gear to make my project.
Limon Blanco, V3, or was it Limon Blanco?
My it was V2 when I got it. V3's out now.
Yeah, Khalifa is another French-based group doing awesome work. You catch all his YouTube videos on YouTube. The kind of middle ground between wild land races and worked hybrids. They've got stabilized versions of Moroccan Baldia, Laos sativas,
Afghan lemon. He got Afghan lemon. He's got an inbred skunk line. And he's got a bunch of other stuff too. He's got a Latin's Kush. He's got Purple Frosty Freak. So he's got some hybrids as well, man. It's definitely a good spot to check out for some genetics, though, for sure.
What is going on? Camera.
Yeah, it's showing EOS webcam right now. All right, we got your logo now.
Let me fix my camera. Hold on. It is hot in here. Hold on.
Would it overheat?
Nah, it probably. Hold on. Let me fix it. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So it's a good time to do a smoke break, guys. Everybody roll up if you haven't already. Shout out to everybody that joined us that wasn't here for the introduction. This is episode 15, QCE The Podcast, where we bring quality to the community through education. You're muted. You're muted. Unmute.
Damn. I'm just all over the place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Homegrown Syndicate. What up? Much love. Yes, I was saying, they like 703 was naming some of the stuff. They create F1 hybrids based on land races. So if you want something exotic that behaves well in your growth trait, stable, won't give you no issues, only desirable traits, no undesirables, then that's the place you want to go. They're not collecting as widely as others, but the gear is tested, consistent, terp heavy, and like I said, no undesirables versus somebody. This is much more for your starter, your first start out breeder.
And I gotta add to that because one thing you forgot to say, like you and him are the only two breeders I've ever heard preach about sexual stability. They don't worry about anything else until sexual stability is like already achieved. So like if you get gear from there or you get it from here, you don't have the same problems you might have out of other less work gear because that's a focus of their breeding is sexual stability.
Absolutely. Good point, man. Yeah. Trusted genetics. Oh shit, that's Discord. Khalifa Genetics.
That's Purple Frosty Freak right there. I've had my eyes on this plant for a while. I missed the initial drop of it. I'm waiting for the restock.
Freak Show Cross.
Yeah, they're working on stabilizing the purple pheno in that one. That was his goal with that one. You can see that's been a lot of his recent work, though. A lot of his recent posts are going to be on that Purple Frost. There it is again.
Man, he did a little shuffle real quick. It was like a little merengue move real quick.
Yeah.
You seen that shit?
Yeah.
It was real quick. You gotta be quick to catch it.
Hey, you know he be in Spain, man. He be in Spain. You know he got that sauce over there.
Yeah, shout out my boy, man, Aladdin.
He's had some award winners come out of his camp too, though. He took 3rd place at Spanibus with that Limon Blanco V2.
Yeah. Make sure you follow his YouTube too. Super educational. Always providing fire content.
Yeah, really, really good explanations. If you're a visual learner, that's a good place to go because oftentimes he utilizes a whiteboard, you know, to kind of like break it down for you.
Woo.
That's that Purple Frosty.
That's the pheno right there that he got to catch.
Yeah, that's the one he's
the
after.
That's the one he got to isolate. That one right there. That's the one.
He's got a whole team working on that right now, though.
Sure bang.
Sheboygan.
Super interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the only other people in the community I know that actually puts the work in.
Look at the anthers in. I've never seen nothing like that. It's definitely a herm. But I've never seen a herm produced on a leaf. That's wild, man. You see the anthers clearly right here. Huge anthers. And then you see pistils up top.
Yeah. But on a leaf, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh, look at that wax. Did you see the color on that wax, bro? Yeesh. That look like, Aladdin's Kush, live rosin. Ooh, that look like some honey, man. You smoking that, Zah?
Huh?
You smoking that? You got that ball of hash. You smoking it?
I don't know. I will in a blunt, maybe. Not too much of it. I'll definitely take some in the blunt. Damn.
That was another pheno of that Purple's Frosty there. You see that?
Yeah, that first little one.
Yeah, that bitch is frosty as fuck, though. Aladdin's Kush right there. Seed to harvest on the V3.
And then, of course, he has a website as well. You can visit his website. And if you are, he has a series of hybrid collections.
Look at the picture of the Purple Frosty right there, bro. That's the pheno there. Look at that motherfucker. That's the bitch right there.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And as far as landrace, he still does have some stable landrace. You won't find any wild, so you don't have to worry about unstable traits. But Durban poisons, Filipino,
Nigerian sativa, the Bacall hash plant,
This is
Laos Highland tribe.
One of the relatives of Dead Ops, the Bacall hash plant, as well as Aladdin's Kush. So keep that in mind.
Hey, look at that one though, the Corolla. Look at the bud structure on the Corolla there. It's in that row, 1 up to the right one. Yep, that one. Look at the bud structure on that. That's so crazy.
Super landrace.
Yeah.
Beautiful plant, man. And if you are, if you're wondering, like, damn, well, how do I buy seeds? You just go to the official dealers page. You'll see a list of retailers here in Europe as well. If you're in the U.S.,
Oh shit! Is that a Zaza Genetics gorilla on his page? Look at that.
We'll be restocked soon.
Yeah, we had the Siberian ruderalis too. We were trying to do something interesting with that. I don't know if we ever got it done yet, though.
So that is number 2 on the list. And for number 1, you gotta go watch the video, man. Much love to y'all, man. Go watch that video, catch number 1, and make sure you comment in the comment section QCE. We're doing a giveaway, man. So everybody that comments QCE was here, you'll be entered in the giveaway. We're gonna do this week for either that. We don't know what the prize is gonna be. We're doing a giveaway this week. We're gonna do a couple things this week. We got Brady University coming up, so make sure you in the student orientation Monday, 9 p.m. Discord. Make sure you're in student orientation. You'll get all your questions answered. How much is it? Everybody's like, how much is it, man? How much is it? We'll answer all your questions. I don't even know yet. Based on all the work that I put in building the course, I'm not even sure. So we're figuring all of that out. That's the reason why. But we'll have it all figured out by the time Monday, 9 p.m. Discord. Make sure you're there, man. If you are signed up for Brady University Student Orientation Monday. That is the first day of attendance, too, so we will be taking attendance. If I sent you an email and you RSVP, we will be taking attendance, so make sure you are in the building. We got to snatch up a couple more applications tomorrow. Last time I'm looking at applications for this first session, so if you don't got no application, then put it in tomorrow. Put it in today. Put it in tomorrow. Put it in today. Other than that, man. Oh, my eyes itching, dude. I'm telling you, man. And my girl's always like, "It's can you smoke? Can you go wash your hands?" I'm like, dude, it ain't nothing about my fucking washing my hands. My eyes itching. It ain't my hands itching.
Could be allergies, though, man. Allergies have been out of control this year.
She's like, you're smoking your eyes, you rubbing your eyes, and you fucking.
Hey, I don't know if anybody in here is also watching the UFC fight, but if you are not, you just missed a crazy ass knockout. It was insane.
What are you watching? Are you watching the show or something?
And so there's UFC fight night tonight. My boy got one of them little boxes, so we watching this shit for free.
What am I hearing right now? What is that?
I think Discord, your Discord might be echoing me.
I'm like, what the hell is that? That's Mozart in Discord.
Yeah, it must have been picking up through your mic, me talking, and it like reverbing back through his mic on Discord or something. Because I left Discord when we started the show.
I removed you.
You removed me because I wasn't muted, right?
Yeah, no, you was. I didn't want you to echo, and you was in Discord out loud, so I didn't want you to echo into the what's the face?
Yeah, that's the stuff we picked up over these last 15 episodes. We started to figure out how to give you guys a clean show, man.
Yeah, man. Nothing scripted, man. Even my boy, shout out to Smokes. Smokes used to, he used to be producing the show and shit like that. I mean, he just didn't do a little script thing, But I'm so, I shoot off the hip so much, man, that it's hard for me to really follow a script. It's a good foundation for me to kind of get off the ground, but really, I kind of just go with the flow, freestyle everything, man.
Yeah,
Pollen
that's been the nature of the show for us, man. We're both kind of hip firers, you know.
Kurt.
We just go with it.
It's late, Kurt. I got shit. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do too. I will tell you, I've spent a lot of time, and I felt bad. I felt guilty because I was spending so much time learning about bioactive shit and breeding frogs and shit. I spent like 2 days, 3 days doing that shit. So, and then I got so much other shit to do. I really should have been doing that. I can't wait till school is over, man. School is so annoying.
These are the fun ones.
What y'all smoking, man? Smoke break.
Smoke break. Hey, so I stepped up to the Supreme tier this time. So I've now tried Essentials, Preferred, and Supreme.
Oh, nice. Supreme is good.
I'm not convinced that it's that much better than the Preferred.
No, it's not. It's about the same, but it's the same. It's just different.
But I do like the packaging. The red bag is a nice touch. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it comes white or black.
Versus, well, the black is the lower tiers. Here's the black.
Well, the white comes white.
But on the red, it literally says Supreme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus the black bags.
Yeah, the white one.
I've been on the train though for I don't know since 420 sale, man. They haven't really changed the prices. It's so damn cheap over there.
Yo, what's up with Hades Stone? Wasn't much description on it. Look fire and lime gassy sunny. So let me tell you this. There's a reason why I don't put description on it. Because ultimately we don't sell seeds for you to grow. We sell them as collectibles and bird seeds. So in your state, whatever that is, you need to check your local laws to make sure whatever your local laws is, because I don't suggest that you germinate them. All right? There you go. So don't germinate those seeds, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Save
for
them,
novelties,
store
for souvenirs.
Name them, they souvenirs, they collectibles. So I would be a hypocrite to go in the description and say, yo, 18-day flower time, yo. Just don't make sense. I told you they're just a collectible, man. So I can just tell you the basic stuff about it, because it's really not for you to germinate. It's not for you to put in the soil, or don't do that. Especially based on your local state laws. I wouldn't recommend it, man. Novelty. There you go.
Yeah, it's a novelty. That's it.
Ask yourself, have you ever seen a plant? From me, you might have. Don't answer that.
Don't answer that, yeah.
Don't answer it. Damn it. They're like, yeah, like once. Well, there you go. That's why. And in Jersey, there is no plant law. You're not allowed to grow weed here in my state. So I don't grow weed. I just teach people to not grow it.
Yeah.
To not grow weed. You I don't even know if it's YouTube handcuffs. That motherfucker turn into real handcuffs fucking around. You don't know. Listen, it ain't about YouTube.
Hey.
Fucking with them websites in them states and all that intercommerce, international shipping.
Any of them agencies with alphabets, we good.
Yeah, all that intercommerce, international shipping, and state to state.
Yeah.
You do. It ain't YouTube. That's a different type of motherfucker. Shit. Boys. That's them boys. Kurt said, I heard.
Yeah. That's it.
You damn right. That's why I don't fuck around, man. So, for that, we could always talk about it, though. If you got, we could always talk about it. If you got, I'm a teacher. I'm an educator, so I'm always answering questions when it comes to cultivation of dogs, plants, whatever. So if you come to me and ask me, yo, what do you know about this? How long does this do this? And I'll answer you in an educational format, though. I'm not going to be on my website telling you to do this, do that, and contradicting myself based on state and federal law. It just don't work like that.
You want to go there for a little bit?
Dro, what up?
Let him get the money first, and then we take it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly, Tula. You got to be careful when it comes to just staying within the guidelines, man. At the end of the day, we are business people, man. We hobbyists.
But to answer his question, wasn't Haiti something you created as a building block to get the dead ops?
Hades? What was the original question? Some of the Terps or something?
He said there's not much information about it, so he kind of just wanted like some background.
So Hades is the parent of Dead Ops. Is one of the parents. Hades is a phenotype of Aladdin Kush. We just looked at Khalifa Genetics.
I thought it was the Persian Prince.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, Persian Prince. See, Persian. Thank you, Persian Prince by I don't know. He just said something about Khalifa.
Khalifa Kush is the new shit he just came out with.
Exactly, that's the new shit. Hades was out before Khalifa.
Yo.
So, Persian Prince is a phenotype of Persian Prince. So,
a line worked phenotype, not just something he renamed.
So many
just
years
so
ago,
you know.
Aladdin from Khalifa Genetics sent me several strains to hunt through. One of them I lost. One of them was very rare. All of them was pretty rare. So, well, two of them was very rare. Two of them was stuff that he's never sold, put out on a website, whatever, and it was raw.
One of them was that Black Afghan, wasn't it?
Yeah. So one of them was Black Afghan. The other was Bacau hash plant times UK cheese, and then the third was his Persian Prince that he stabilized. So he told me, listen, yo, I would love to see what you find in the Black Afghan. You know, a super dark pheno's almost black. I know you'll find something crazy. And with his strain, Persian Prince, he was just like, man, you know, this is really my foundation, my pride. You know, just want you to look at it and see, you know, what you think. And then with the Bacala, it was just more like, this is just a gift kind of thing. You know, just gave me some stuff to work with. So eventually, you know, I ran them the two first. And I was like, I'm going to run that because I wanted to run the second one all together by itself. Because, you know, I was going to look for a particular pheno. But for the first project, I wanted to hunt for a female. Was it a female? Which one was it? I wanted to hunt for a female out of the Bacau UK cheese. So that's what we did. We found a female. We cloned it. We created a mother plant. Cool. I really didn't have any plans for it.
I'm coming up with it.
Right? The Bacau times UK cheese. I didn't have any plans for it. And then I was going to run the Black Afghan. I couldn't find it.
Hey, this has been a story right here between the team for a while. What happened to it's like the mystery of the Black Afghan. We finally figured it out, I think.
No, I ended up figuring out what I did with it, but I couldn't find it. So I'm like, damn. So I was like, fuck it. I looked for weeks. I couldn't find the Black Afghan. So I said, fuck it. Let me look at the Persian Prince. Still no thoughts or intentions about it. You know, mind you, the UK cheese times Bacau hash plant was worked by, stabilized, feminized, all of that. So it was like I found a dope ass female I liked over a series of generations. It was cool. Nothing to really. But this one, first generation, boom, I find a male, the Persian Prince. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's a beast. Like hybrid vigor, like a true breed of male. So I'm like, damn, it is, you know, it's, so it's, you know, it's my first run. So I wanted to kind of run it again. So I bred it with a female. And make a long story short, that particular father still stood out to me, even in the second generation. And then we went to the third generation, and he still stood out to me. So I kept him, and I ended up crossing him with. So it was kind of like I did work. It was almost like in reverse. So this is what was unique about the job. So instead of normally going into the next generation, going into the next generation, and boom, find it, which I did with the female. Going to like 3 generations, you find what you're looking for. But this one was different. I found it initially up top and then went into the 3rd generation just to confirm that was the one. So I didn't pick out of the 3rd generation. I ended up starting to sell that generation later on, I think. But anyway, that was the male and the mother and father for Dead Ops. And then Dead Ops was created with those plants. And so Biochar hash plant, UK cheese, and then Persian Prince, which is
Uzbekistan landrace skunk number 1.
Tom Skunk number 1, yeah. And that was the story. That's the story of Dead Ops. It was a mistake that happened. It should have been Black Afghan. I ended up giving. So Jaria came to my house one day. Shout out to Jaria, one of my good friends. She used to be a YouTuber, all that. She came and just deboing my seeds all the time. She's like, "Oh, what you got? What you got?" Going to my seed bin, taking everything. So I'm like, I'm not really paying attention because I don't remember what I'm doing. But she's taking bad seeds. And then come to find out, like a couple years later, like 5 years later, she ended up taking the Afghan, which would have been Dead Ops. But, end up to be Persian Prince because she took the whole pack. The whole breeding pack that I had. The whole pack. Like, not even just a couple seeds. I don't even know how many seeds it was, but she took all of them. And it was like super rare lamb race that should have been a Dead Ops parent, but destiny happened.
Hey, and now you got a cup winner.
And we got a cup winner. Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
So Tula was saying Khalifa did the same for him and sent him some stuff to look at. He's been keeping Khalifa updated as well.
Mm-hmm.
Said he's working on some Lebanese snow with Dead Ops.
There you go.
He's going to call it Snow Ops. Snow Ops. I like that. It's dope, man.
Yeah, man. Make sure that you put a lot of, you gotta understand, if you're gonna be a student at a game, be a student, don't, you understand you're dealing with experienced breeder. So don't fall down the lane of pollen chucking and start giving all this information away. It makes you seem to be a pollen chucker to somebody who's experienced, right? No way. We mentioned this last time. There's no way already you should be working on another strain. It's just impossible. It's not. I remember the first strain was Red Dead Ops or something like that. That I really can't remember the name because you haven't established it yet. Once you establish it as a reputable strain, then people will remember the name and take it serious. But until then, if you choose to move on to something else, then that one too will be forgotten, just like any other chuck strain. So take it seriously, put in the work, slow down, because especially when you passing information off to an experienced breeder. They know. They know. If you are able to make strains faster than Khalifa able to make strains, but you showing him that, and in your mind, you thinking it's some sort of in his mind, he know. So just do it the right way, man. Take your time. I'm not gonna tell y'all nothing wrong, but I'm definitely not gonna sugarcoat it either, man. I'm not gonna bullshit you. You know, you want to do it, you got to do it right. Otherwise, don't do it at all. Because otherwise, you could have made. Definitely the worst place you could be is in the middle. That's the worst place you could be. Like seeming like you know what you're doing, talking like you know what you're doing, but not really doing it. That's the middle lane. That's worse than actually being a full-fledged reputable breeder, and it's worse than being a pollen chucker as well, because at least pollen chuckers making money. So you acting like a real breeder, which means you can't make money because people, and then you just got to slow down and make sure don't end up in that middle lane. Continue to educate yourself and move toward being a full-fledged breeder. Don't stop in the middle, because that's what a lot of people may do. Some may not start at all, so but don't end up in the middle. Don't stop in the middle. Try to holler at me. I know that's me.
Yeah. Hey, change that to pollen chuck me.
That's all I can think about. It's a fact, though, man. I ain't never gonna tell y'all nothing.
Hey,
wrong.
that's a pollen chuck parody song waiting to happen for sure.
And then look, I care. Like I'm not gonna even let you just do whatever. Like that's like it's been times where even in the dog game, right? Like I'll be in a relationship with a like my ex or whatever, right? So I'm doing shit, boom, I'm working, I'm breeding, I'm doing all this shit, I'm teaching, I'm doing all this shit, breeding dog, and then her cousin, he cool, hang around, smoke, my guy. He's interested in what I'm doing. He's like, yo, I want to do that too. So I'm like, bro, it's not that simple, man. Like, nah, I want to, I want to do that too. And it don't work because, they try to do it and they realize like, oh shit, nah, this ain't really
Any luck?
what I thought it was.
Any luck? What's mom doing? All right, we'll be up there shortly. Brady's finishing this podcast. Oh, him and Jake.
You late for something? 7:03. You can head out, man. You can leave early if you need to get out of here.
Outside.
Nah, I got a little bit more time. I'm supposed to go meet my mom somewhere here in a little bit.
Well, all right. Who you got with you? Your family? Your cousin?
Yeah, my homeboy.
Oh, your homie?
Yeah,
Tell him you said what up, man. He on the podcast too, man. Tell him shout out, man. Shout out.
He got a job that won't allow him to be on camera for this kind of stuff.
This kind of stuff, shit. This educational, man. We monetize on YouTube. You better tell him I got ads up this bitch.
He said we got ads on this bitch. Yeah, no, he worked for one of them 3 letters, man.
Hey, if motherfucking Best Buy could fuck with us, shit.
Yeah.
Tell him how I got the job.
Huh?
Tell him how I got the job.
Hey, so the long story short, man. So he was living with me a couple of years ago, and like I said, he works for one of those 3-letter alphabet joints, right? And he was working for the county, and he lost his job. He told me to tell y'all this story, so I ain't just putting him on blast. But he was like, he was living in my house, and one day I was high as fuck, man. And I put an application in for one of them agencies, just fucking around. I made him a resume and everything. And fucking couple months later, they call him back, man. He been working there 10 years now. They were like,
Really?
we seen your resume. It looks amazing. He's like, oh yeah. It's
Well,
funny
I
though.
can tell. I get walked through. This motherfucker said, "Well, you said you were an expert at this." Then I had to wing it all the way through. So
Yeah, I told him that he was like an expert because he started off like doing grounds work for him, and he eventually got picked up and moved into an office job after that. So I told him he knew how to operate all this fucking equipment. We just went out there and faked it till he made it. But I mean, he's been there like 10 plus years now.
My man owe you 50% of his paycheck every week,
Yeah,
man.
50% of his paycheck. I
Every
need
week.
all of it.
yeah, I owe you a lot, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's a dope ass story, man. Damn. So somebody said I'm working to boost CBD and buds, so been pushing my CBD plants harder than others. So far just a bit dark leaves. There you go, John. Yeah, you know what to do. People don't realize how much work it takes to have success. Absolutely, man. And that goes for anything you do. Zah, what's your thoughts on James Loud breeder book? I don't even.
Yeah, I've seen his podcast, man, but I don't think either of us have read his book.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a
Yeah.
YouTuber in our space. I've seen his show. It was one of them ones that we popped into checking out when we was trying to rate through other YouTubers.
That's my boy with
and
the
stuff.
no. That's Mike. I know Mike. I don't know nobody named James Loud. No, I don't know him.
Or actually, James Loud, I think, is the company that sponsors him. And there's a
Oh, no.
YouTuber that's like sponsored by him. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. But I think it's a genetics company. Now that I think about it,
I know James Loud speaker. James Loud is he on YouTube?
yeah, it was a podcast, and it said the James Loud podcast, or maybe it was just one of the. It was some like middle aged white guy that was doing a podcast. I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah, I
his
see
name.
it. I see it. James Loud Genetics. 18,000 subscribers. James Loud Podcast. All right, let's react. Y'all want to react to some of his shit? I never seen a dude before, but this dude.
I'm real skeptical personally of most genetic companies, though. But um, especially when you start to see like big lists of different strands and like multiple releases a year of box sets. Those are some of the telltale signs for me. I'm not saying that's this guy by any means. I don't really know enough about him to speak on him specifically, but I'm just talking to y'all in general. The Zerber's a trip.
So this dude came out with a book for teaching genetics.
I didn't know he had a book. I knew about the podcast.
Why is he not teaching it here though? Why he not teaching it on YouTube?
Because he wouldn't be able to sell a book to the consumer if he taught it on YouTube.
Of course he can. Seems more like this is what I'm saying. And I don't know the dude, but it seems like he asks the questions. He asked the questions. Seems more, these are interviews, right?
Kind of what it looked like. What does it say up underneath his name up there? Like the description of the page. That fight finna come on yet? How many more fights is before that one? How many more fights is before that one? I feel like these things been going fast.
Okay.
I mean, I really don't care to watch it. I mean, if we gotta go, we gotta go. I don't care about that. I'd rather hear ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. What are you doing? I told you to go upstairs until I finish my podcast, bro. No, I told you
We're not
no
going
already.
fish, Nathan.
You don't listen, bro. Green Mountain says he feels like the book is lacking some decent detail. Somebody said that Mr. Growit grew his permanent midnight and said it was good.
Yo, mute up.
I'm reading the comments to you.
Oh, you're reading the comments. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, no, I'm listening to this. I'm trying to hear. I didn't even know.
Oh, I didn't even know this shit's playing. I can't hear it over here. Can y'all hear it in the chat? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the chat can hear any of the sound from the video, so I can't hear it either.
They ain't talking about shit. Ain't nothing to hear. He just a whole bunch of. He wasn't talking about that.
Okay.
I was seeing this where it kept saying like I was trying to. So you see, like you get the little preview and it says starting DNA genetics. The genetic. I guess that's the brand, and then it says the significance of selective breeding in genetics, and then you go there, but they're not talking about that shit. They're just talking about just like I don't know. Just
So it's clickbait.
No, I don't know. I don't know the people, but I don't know what they're talking about. They're not talking about genetics. They're just talking. They're just kicking it.
Hey,
Let me see if I can.
Look what Kurt said. I pinned it on the screen, man. This shit's hilarious.
$703 is your alphabet soup homie to hook up for the fight box. What is that?
Joe, that we're watching the fight on. The answer is yes. He said, "Is your alphabet soup on me to hook up for the fight box?"
I don't even know what that means.
Dude, he got this box. It's got a built-in VPN. You can watch everything on it, bro. It's crazy.
All right, so like this. It says significance of selective breeding in genetics. All right.
Yeah, I still got no volume over here.
All right, yeah, that's what I said. It's significance of selective breeding and genetics. I didn't hear nothing about that. Went through the whole thing. So then you could, that's what I'm saying, you keep doing it. I don't know. I don't know these people. Maybe it's more stuff in here to look at, but yeah, I don't know about the book. If I was to buy a book, I would buy it from somebody that I know is doing the work. Actually, where's 703 go? He disappeared? Nah, that's cool. Shit. That's cool. That's cool. Shit. Yeah, I don't be knowing a lot of people though. But if they some fire breeders and they know what they doing, I probably got a handle on them. I probably know them. So when I get a breeding book from somebody that I don't see no breeding experience, no breeding teaching, no nothing, nah, hell no. Shit. If that's the case, I could have just wrote you the book. You got to have some sort of something to show that you. Oh, damn. That was just. I'm like, dude. Imagine me titling a video genetics and stabilization and traits or whatever, and sitting there talking about, when I moved to Amsterdam and then when my company and all of this shit, they got the company name, and then I hung out with my boys over there, then we got high, and then I'm like, what? I never seen it before. But I will say this. He's got a nice professional setup. Shout out to him for his setup and the whole branding and style and all on point, top notch. But I don't smell the breeder. I don't smell the educator. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I don't see it. You look at the oldest videos, no breeding talk. You look at the newest videos, but then the title is say breeding and all of this shit is like. Global plant work too. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to. It's just about doing your research, though. With when it comes to these, brands, you just got to do your research, man. 703, you muted?
Yeah, I stepped out for a smoke break real quick.
I didn't even know you was going. I was sitting here talking to you, and I look up. Yeah. My boy slipped away.
Slipped out while the video was on right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that they wasn't talking about nothing. The video titled genetics and inheritable traits and all this shit everybody talking about. Oh, my boy, we were hanging out in Amsterdam and smoking the weed and all this shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it just seemed like a community,
the brand is community
type podcast, right?
You can tell bro got money. Like somebody's putting money, probably him, behind his whole project. But the whole decked out podcast shit is all like legit, but he don't have the subscribe like his like setup is past his subscriber amount in content. Like his content and all of that don't equal up to in the only what he got like 18,000 subscribers. It's not to worry about like the way his shit look like Jeff Rogan or one of them motherfuckers. His shit look legit.
Yeah.
Like he should at least have 100,000.
Like the Joe Rogan experience or so, right?
I seen a let me tell y'all something, man. There's a lot of people on this YouTube shit. Like you really gotta dig deep because you get caught up in the community that we in, the whole Instagram shit and all that, and you think those are the motherfuckers. content creators, everything. Like all of the people who got the big channels and they're not really big, bro. Like they cat, like they, you know. I seen a motherfucker did a weed video from seed to harvest, got over 1 million in like fucking 2 weeks. Over 1 million. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, bruh, who is this motherfucker? That's
It
some
should be different, right?
There's motherfuckers like that. And then you got these motherfuckers that's up in Instagram want everybody to think they are all that it is. Like, oh, this is it. This is we the biggest of the biggest, and you gotta get in with us to be. Nah, you don't gotta get in with them, man. They shit. They cat, bro. Believe me, they shit, bro. They know it. They cat, bro. Let me see if I can find that motherfucker with all them views, bro. This motherfucker has so many views from seed to harvest. I had to subscribe to him. And I said, damn. Let's see if we can find it together.
I got to get ready to go meet my mom here in a minute.
All right, bro. Do your thing, man.
But I'm gonna get back with y'all next week. Thanks for always rocking with us.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna let Zod take y'all through the rest of the show. I will be back next week, like I said.
Yeah, we only got 40 minutes left, man, and we out of here. Enjoy your night, man.
Yes, sir. I'll get up with y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Here you go. From seed to harvest. So that was the name of the video. It was from seed to harvest. So, you know, 1.4 million, 2 years. That's impressive. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Look, here you go. Bruh. 2.7 million in 1 month, dude. Bro, what is he doing? Nah, ain't nobody fucking with this right here. Fuck 30,000 in a month. It's 2.7 million in a month. Bruh, that's what I'm talking about, Loby. They be over there acting like they the who's who. They ain't the who's who, bruh. Motherfuckers out here with damn near 3 million views in a month. You can buy whatever you want. You can buy pussy. If you can buy pussy, you can definitely buy some views. But I doubt this motherfucker bought 2 million views. $178. $95 on it. It was just his shit is consistent. These is all his newest videos. 95K for the last one 2 weeks ago. 125, 62. They go to 3 million right there. 53, 41, 33, 35. Come on, bro. It's just that this one went crazy. The YouTube pushed it in the algorithm because his consistency. It's just one of them. It just, I don't know. It's from the thumbnail to it just all came together for that particular video. The content, the title, everything. But his shit is pretty consistent. With his oldest video 5 years ago at 23,000. Super impressive. Shout out to him, man. Basement Ganja. Shit. With a channel like that and views like that, he deserved to get more subscribers, man. So much love to him. Shout out to Basement Ganja, man. Somebody you won't even see all up in AC Infinity. Yo. don't see all trying to be all up in the cameras, trying to be all up in the videos, trying to be Mr. Know-It-All, but don't know shit. Stop. Stop. This is where it's really at. Shout out to this dude, man. For sure. You can buy anything. Yeah, for sure you can buy YouTube views. You can buy Instagram. You can buy pussy. You can buy whatever you want. You can buy whatever. You can buy anything. Money buy anything, bro. Money will buy anything, bro. Money will buy freedom. Money will buy anything, bro. No cap. What y'all think about Diddy being not guilty, being found not guilty on all major charges, racketeering? He basically just got charged with prostitution. He basically just got charged with prostitution, man. So my boy is pretty much life saved. Oh, it's hot, y'all. Oh no, man. That's what I'm saying. Look, you got to think about this too, man. A lot of information came out during the trial, bro. Cassie ended up to be not so. Now he listen, dude is definitely fucked up. Dude is a wild freak, and he's an abuser, and he's a wild freak as well. So he do some out of wild freaky shit, like not normal freaky shit. But if it's consensual, that kind of makes things a little tricky when we think it turns. Now you can't be around beating bitches up and all this shit, dragging them around, making them do shit. That's different. But a lot of shit came out during that trial where it's like she was doing a lot of wild shit and wanting to do it and reaching out to him like, yo, let's do it. Let's hire this dude and do this. And we get, I'm like, it's kind of hard to. He said, bad boy has a stab record label as in the motherfucking crew. And if you want to be that bad boy, you too. Chino XL, you too. All you motherfuckers. You die slow, mother. My 4-4 make sure all y'all kids don't grow. You motherfuckers can't be in sense. We motherfucking thug like riders west side till we die. Out here in California, nigga, we want you with bomb on you motherfuckers. We do our job. Think you the mob, nigga. We the motherfucking mob. Nah, well, maybe he could. I don't know. You got these people with all this money too, man. Riches and the power, they be doing a lot of weird shit. We do our job. Apparently, he was bowling. That's how it be, man. Money, power, respect. What you need in life. Money, power, respect. He said it a long time ago, man. You'll see that. It's the key to life. Money, power, respect. What you need in life. Got those things, man. Pretty much untouchable. For the most part. If you do things strategically, it's kind of like you can do what you want, man. And they do. They do what they want a lot of times. I think it was like thousands of baby oil, to be honest. It was definitely thousands. They found over a couple thousand bottles. That dude is a wild, fucking weird dude, man. I ain't gonna lie. Anything, bro. And it's sad, to be honest, because the right amount of money can make a motherfucker disloyal. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. It's like, loyalty is everything. But money can many times break that loyalty. Question is, if that's the case, was a motherfucker really loyal in the first place? Shit, look at Epstein. Epstein. So, that's the thing. Money is not really power. It's not. Money is power in the right hands. But money is not power in anybody's hands. I could take your money. How is that powerful for you? If I take your money, then it makes me powerful now because I know how to use it. So now I got the resources, I got the gang, I got the motherfuckers that I could pay, I could invest, I could do this, I could create better, I could do all of this and invest and provide opportunities, provide jobs, and now I got motherfuckers behind me. Now that's power. But in the wrong hands, you got money, you're going to get that shit taken from you. Green Mountain, knowledge is power. There you go. That's a fact. Knowledge. That's why I say money is only effective in the hands of somebody who got knowledge. So it's not really the money that brings the power, it's the knowledge. Because a motherfucker who got money without knowledge, I'm taking your shit. And protected. That's the most important part. Absolutely. Blackmail runs the country, I'm sure, especially when you're thinking politicians. Heard he owes a Sting $1 million a month. What? Who is that? Did he? Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't. That's so over. Excuse me. That's so out of our league. It's so out of our league, man. We used to have a Team Zaza chess club. Maybe we'll get it started back again. I just don't want to. Maybe in school, once we get school, the first session of school rolling, we'll start to include the book club and the chess club and things back. You know, as school, we'll do it as school courses. That way we can kind of keep track and sign people up. Legit, I think that's a good idea. Keep that in mind. Don't let me forget that. We need to add chess club and book club to Breeder University. I'll do that this weekend. Yeah, bro. Green Mountain, 2 days. Student orientation. We'll go over everything you need to know. We'll get everybody signed up on the course that's going to be taking the course. Get them signed up so they got access, and then we'll launch. We'll know about launch day 2 when we actually, your first day of school, it'll be a Monday, probably the following week, most likely that following Monday, school will officially start. Everybody will have, you know, access to the course, and then class will begin Monday. You'll have to post your first initial class discussion post by Wednesday, and then respond to 2 classmates by Sunday each week. Each week is a new module. You got a week to complete all coursework, quiz, assignments, and if essays. Each course module got an essay. Lobo, have a good night, man. Much love. I am hot, man. This weather is just so weird. Oh, every man. Oh, that was Phil Collins, I think, right? Phil Collins was on the original. Or was that? I don't know. I can't remember. It's so annoying, man. It's like daytime would be cool, and at nighttime it gets super hot. I'm like, why is it getting so hot at night each night, man? Humid, rainy sometimes. Every other day, hot, rainy. It's just the weirdest weather this year. We had a super late spring, so late spring act like it didn't want to come, and then it finally just started raining like crazy every day, each week, and it's finally stopped raining. Like summer's just starting, like the last 2 weeks, but it's still raining. So we started a late summer, and it's still like spring is still raining on us. It's weird as hell, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna really. Let's look at let's react to something, man. We got 40 minutes, man. Let's react to something, gang. Let's see. We look up breeding 101. I don't even know who that is. Let's see what my boy talking about. No sound? I always choose the wrong one. Always choose the wrong one. I don't know why it was no sound. Oh, y'all never heard no sound? Let me start. Let's go back. We're gonna see what my boy talking about. He said 7 tips for becoming a breeder. So if we could share it correctly. So Chrome tab, also share tab audio. System audio. All right, so maybe we should do just tab audio. All right, we'll do it like this. All right, cool.
Do you really love animals? Do you always thought about breeding dogs, but never really wanted to jump in and give it a shot? Find out what your why is. It's important because it sets the stage for all the decisions that you make afterwards. So that's the tip. Ask yourself, why do you want to become a dog breeder? That's tip number 1. Okay, moving right along, here's tip number 2. Ask yourself, do you love dogs? And notice I didn't say, do you like dogs, or are you okay with dogs, or can you tolerate dogs? I said, do you love dogs? And here's why you need to know the answer to that question. If you decide to become a dog breeder, you are going to be knee deep in dogs. They're going to be in your life. They'll be in your house. They'll be in your family. They'll be in your finances. And that's just the dogs. Wait till you get puppies. They are nonstop mess makers. The poop, the pee, the food, the barking, the howling.
All right, I'm not too convinced with that. He's kind of basic. It was a good little basic video, man. I'm telling you, see, this one I'm getting into. I'm telling you.
A huge personality, and he is just hilarious. Now, I've had Big Mac for only 3 months. I've only had him since September, and I am currently recording this any enclosure secondhand. So what I'm doing here is I am disinfecting it with FT layer. So I am using pre-rinse lecker balls and just popping them in balls, Pac-Man frogs passing away after getting stuck underneath the mesh. Will I regret not adding mesh? Maybe.
See, this is what I've been doing, man. Just creating a drainage layer. You put the soil on top. Feel me? Then you got that thick ass layer of soil for my boy to just dig in. Put some leaf litter on top. You know what I'm saying? Some dead leaves and shit, because eventually you put bugs in there, springtails, isopods, wet it up. See, she put it in there.
A food source for the cleanup crew. So next, here I am just adding a little Big Mac into his enclosure. He was kind of in shock at first. He didn't really know what to do.
That's what I'm getting into, man. Past church. Damn. Shout out to you, Bob Gnarly. Guess we can end early, man. 7:03 got up out of here. I'm boring y'all to death. You know? I got stuff to do. My girl texted me back to back, so I missed her. I love her, so I'm going to go ahead and get off up here. Go holler at my back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, that is a bioactive frog tank setup. So you got all the soil underneath. You got the live plants and shit planted in there. You got bugs in there, beneficial bugs, and isopods that's basically helping keep the shit clean, basically. Anytime he shit or anything like that, you know, it's basically self-cleaning. Nah, that's a Pac-Man frog. I'm gonna be breeding those Pac-Man frog. I might get into some tree frogs as well. I don't know. It depends on how deep we get into the first initial breeding, and because you know, like I said, when it comes to those, it's really just about morphs and all that. So it's not really too much traits we look into trade off for. So we just looking for colors and shit like that. It'll be pretty simple. We can do multiple projects at once. So we'll see. And y'all have a good resource for some frogs, man. Some dope ass frogs. Much love, gang. I appreciate y'all, man. Catch us next week, QCE. And make sure you go check that video out, man. Remember, we're doing a giveaway. Comment QCE was here, and you automatically enter in the giveaway, man. For, and we'll announce that giveaway. The giveaway will happen student orientation. Discord, Monday. Whatever the 14th is, I believe it's Monday. No. Yeah. Monday. 9 p.m. Love y'all, man. Catch y'all later. I'm out of here.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it.
Turn up the leaf blower and the lawnmower. He smoked the sour. Should have been a hippie. Should have been a shower. Bread with no dread. Black cop.
Another thing, don't forget to join the Discord.